Welcome to this edition of the Animal Wellness Innovative Products Series. Today we're featuring a company that I've known since they actually began from Portland, Oregon over 20 years ago. This company has championed the production and distribution of exceptional raw food for pets. And to tell us more today is Amy Snell, Director of Sales and Marketing. Hi, Amy. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I see. Is that a rainy day today in Portland?
It's always a rainy day in Portland, especially this time of year. I shouldn't say always.
I don't know. The last time I was there, it was beautiful, and I lined up for an hour and a half at Voodoo Donuts.
Oh yeah. Well, you got lucky.
Hey, listen. Today, I want to tell our followers more about Northwest Naturals, and of course, I know everything about you guys. I've worked with you for so long, but I want them to know a little bit more about the company and why they should really take a look at your product line. So, what's the principles that guide your approach to formulating pet food?
So they really wanted to come up with a healthy option for dogs. As we all know, or most people do know, that raw food, frozen and freeze-dried, is the appropriate diet for a dog and a cat. We are a USDA facility, so we've been around since 1956, and back in 2004, someone asked us to make some pet food. And so because we are a human USDA facility and we make pet food, that pet food has to abide by all those same standards as the USDA. So essentially, we have the highest quality meat and protein, fruits and vegetables that are in the pet food because everything has to be inspected and passed by our USDA inspector.
That's excellent. Safety is very important. So what does Northwest Naturals do to ensure the quality and safety of their products?
Well, because we are a USDA facility, we have an inspector on site, and he has to inspect and pass everything that comes into this plant. That includes our fruit and vegetables, so they are USDA inspected. We have to follow exuberant guidelines for being a USDA facility. We have multiple audits throughout the year, and we also do what is called HPP. It's called high pressure processing, and we basically have a machine that'll take that product. It goes into these large tubs and it goes underwater and pressure of the bottom of the sea. And what it does is it'll squeeze the cell walls of bad bacteria and it'll inactivate them. It'll basically squeeze them, it breaks up, and then it inactivates that bad bacteria. So you can ensure the safety of your pet is not getting any bacteria in their food.
That's phenomenal technology. Did I also read something about NASA technology that you use?
Right. Yes. We used to do like a lot of their freeze drying and stuff for the astronauts that went up into space. And we did also the military as well. We used to freeze dry the food. Yes.
Now, in your facility, what else do you do to try to ensure that bacteria is not prevalent?
We also do a third-party testing, so nothing can go out to distribution until it's been tested for all pathogens. So when it comes back a negative for all pathogens at that point, then it can go out to distribution. Prior to that, it cannot leave our building until all the testing has come back.
That's phenomenal, because everyone I ever talk to that doesn't feed raw, that is interested, but they're skeptical. It always comes down to these safety things that they've heard about companies having recalls and whatnot. What's your recall rate these days? How are you guys doing?
Well, we've only ever had one recall, and it was back in 2018. And technically, it wasn't our food. It was somebody else's food that was made, and some of our food happened to be in the plant on that day. So Our food wasn't affected, but because it was made on the same day, we did a voluntary recall on that lot. And it was just one chub. It wasn't. But other than that, we've never had a recall.
Well, for 20 years, that's an amazing and impressive record. Congratulations on that. So what would you say sets you guys apart from other raw food manufacturers?
A lot of people will say that they're made in a USDA facility, which they might be, but we are actually a certified human USDA facility. We have that certification. We don't just follow the guidelines. We have that certification. We have that USDA inspector on site for every production run. I always like to talk about our family owned and family operated. A lot of people do claim they're family owned, but family operated. The family is up here every single day. I sit about 40 feet from one of the owners. They are here every day. They go down into the production room. They help pack food. They help load trucks. Like, they really are proud of of their company and stand behind it 100%. And, you know, they don't just own it and come in once a week and say hi. They really are here working as hard as everybody else.
I know, you know, for running a company, it's important that I stay in touch with everything that's going on, whether it's talking to our local groomer or at the pet food store and talking to the store clerks and finding out what people are thinking. One thing that has impressed me is how extensive of a product offering Northwest Naturals has created. Because I remember when you came out with, in the beginning, it was just a product, one, and then now there's so many colors, there's so many different packages. How many different products do you offer now?
Now we're up to about 112 SKUs, but we have a full line of dog and cat food, frozen and freeze dried. And then we have our entire treat line. Everyone always wants us to add this treat or make this or make that. And because we are family owned and they are so involved, we take a lot of those recommendations and we will do them for people because we are in charge of everything that we do.
What's next for Northwest Naturals?
So some of our newest stuff, we came out with the functional toppers. Those have been a tremendous hit. It wasn't, you know, there's other toppers out on the market, and it's not just the bottom of the barrel of our diets, let's say. We actually created something. So goat cheese has been a huge topper. We've had multiple people call and say, my dog won't eat their diet anymore unless I sprinkle some of that goat cheese on there. Or we have a beef liver with turmeric. So that's been very popular. And
nice.
then a chicken breast with green lip mussels. So great for joints and inflammation. So those have been such a huge hit, whether you're using it for that functionality or you're just using it to be palatability on their food. We also came out with frozen treats. And so we have a beef liver, a pork liver, and a chicken heart that used to be freeze dried, and it still is, but we also came out with frozen. So for those true raw feeders that don't want any processing done to their food at all, those raw treats is just a great way to add something else to their bowl. And then our newest thing is bulk treats. So we took our treat line, our freeze-dried treat line, and we have them in bulk now. So the stores can buy them for their bulk treat bars that are inside the stores. So that's coming out actually just in a couple of weeks.
Wow, that's exciting. I'll look forward to seeing that at Global in March. This is quite exciting to see what's happening with Northwest Naturals. So with raw food, frozen raw food, what percentage of stores do you think now actually have freezers in them?
Oh boy, I would say at least 90%. I would say almost all of them.
Right. It's incredible, isn't it? Because I can remember back in the beginning, 25 years ago, buying turkeys and abattoiring them myself, adding in all the supplements and everything. And, you know, you've made it so easy for people now to just really give a high quality diet to their pets. Amy, listen, I want to thank you so much for talking to me today. I love your product line. Where can people find Northwest Naturals?
Hopefully at just about any independent local pet store in your area. If you want to find out if the one that you shop at carries it, you can go onto our website. It's nw-naturals.net, and we have a store locator on there.
Fantastic. And that website will be right below us. Okay. Well, listen, Amy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You take care and keep doing such a great job.
Thank you, Tim. Pleasure to be here.
Bye.